This short video focuses on the needs of managers, business analysts, and consultants for improving productivity, value, and speed of situation analysis while reducing cost. For those familiar with the situation analysis idea in strategic planning, the improvements increase the degree of insight using newer algorithms and careful application of AI and agent capabilities. There are 4 parts to this video reflecting an updated situation analysis methodology. At any point in the video, you can stop and read more detailed material on the screen. Part 1. Why do situation analysis? After all, the key issues are it takes research and management, time, costs money, and hopefully we get some useful directional insight from the effort. Situation analysis is critical for determining an effective strategic fit. Strategic fit is the alignment of organization direction and strategy with the external landscape. Rapid changes in the depth of landscape issues, along with increasing breadth, especially in technology and social changes, imply a more rigorous approach to situation analysis is needed. Part 1 begins with why and how an updated situation analysis is needed. It was clear that situation analysis needed an update. This snapshot of comments about situation analysis points to the need of separating landscape from SWOT and then linking them together. This adds flexibility and analytic rigor to each component. Key issues had developed with situation analysis components that restricted the value and flexibility of the analysis. Critiques of situation analysis, especially the SWOT part, focused on lack of analytical rigor and oversimplification of strategic planning. Situation analysis plays the key role in developing organization strategy. It makes no difference the size and scope of the organization or if the organization has formal strategy development. The situation analysis method should be flexible and scalable. Matching the situation analysis effort with the needs of the organization will determine the eventual success of the organization. As an organization grows and evolves, the requirements for rigor and formality of situation analysis grows. Situation analysis is enabled using strategic fit and analytic agents with AI capabilities. Strategic fit involves aligning the results of situation analysis from strategy to operations. Strategic fit includes the mental model used by management, the core decisions management makes within that model, and the analytics that support decision-making with supporting data and information for the analytics. Analytic agent capabilities support multi-criteria decision-making that improves situation insight and interpretation of the analysis. Changes in the organization landscape require adaptive strategic management that helps ensure organization continuity. The 6-stage situation awareness described here is driven by 4 key organization benefits that result in faster and more meaningful analysis. The value of this approach is better alignment of the organization's strategic direction with the external organization landscape. This linkage results in a suite of scenario-driven strategies. The resulting strategies utilize the organization management team to make decisions regarding the disposition of the revealed strategy options. Many improvement factors were needed to update situation analysis. Improvements emphasize the use of modern analytical techniques, including AI and ensemble analytics, to enhance both the speed and depth of insights derived from the analysis. The improvements provide more informed and data-driven strategy development. Additionally, they address the criticisms of traditional SWOT analysis by applying a unique suite of analytics to the quadrants, separating landscape analysis from its hidden position in SWOT to an external component for greater flexibility. Part 2. Start with separating landscape analysis from SWOT. This increases the value and usage of landscape results for other analysis efforts. Landscape analysis focuses on understanding the external factors that impact an organization. It categorizes the external factors, often using a PESTLE framework, that's P-E-S-T-L-E, of external categories. Added categories can customize the external analysis and focus on the issues of interest to management. The key issue with the current method of situation analysis is that the landscape analysis is typically embedded in the SWOT analysis as part of the external view. There are 2 landscape views. When SWOT is used internally, there's often a mix of context perspectives, local and global. The global analysis view is what is used for strategic analysis. When SWOT has an internal focus, like for marketing or technology use, then there may be a mix of internal and external factors that form the context or landscape of the situation analysis. The analysis process is focused on applying the populated categories of the environment. The point is to select the most significant or key elements of each category using several analytic techniques. This is done by applying analytics with several types of criteria to sort and relate the elements of the factors and the relationship between the factors. The result is a set of key elements used for linkage into the SWOT component. The analysis process is focused on analyzing the populated categories of the environment. This is done by applying analytics with several types of criteria to sort and relate the elements of the factors and the relationship between the factors. The point is to select the most significant or key elements of each category using several analytic techniques. These key elements are used for linkage into the SWOT component. Choosing the categories that describe the external environment or landscape of the organization has many options. The most useful and popular approach is to use the 6 pestle categories as a starting point and then identify any added categories to customize the analysis for your type of organization. Here we see that there are 3 categories representing the external interests of the organization added to the base set of pestle categories. What do you want to know about the landscape? First, you want to know what are the most significant items in each category. A multi-criteria algorithm is used to determine a composite rank across criteria. In the case of the rank you see, 7 criteria were used. This rank helps select those items that will be used later to link to SWOT. Beyond this, you want to know the relationships and significance of the categories to each other. Several analytics support that analysis. SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, is a part of the quadrant analysis approach to problem solving. There are well over 50 variations of quadrant analysis applications. The most common and useful is the approach of SWOT. As mentioned earlier, there are many critiques on the use of SWOT for strategic analysis. The updated approach shown here resolves each critique and uses a dual internal-external method of applying SWOT. In an organization, the most common use of SWOT is for marketing. The internal SWOT results are used to remedy the insights obtained from analysis of past performance. A few comments are in order relating to the 4 quadrants. A strength may be useful across the organization as opposed to just one operating unit or department. The same is true of weaknesses. An opportunity, such as a capability that is currently only used in one place internally, is made available to other parts of the organization. Threats can come from inside the organization as well as outside. A good example of internal threats are fraud and sabotage by employees or other actors that have access to key assets. The issues with SWOT stem from evolution of use. The original use was narrow and resulted in the criticism of scope and analytic rigor. Today, 2 general variations of SWOT used by organizations, the enterprise or global or strategic level of situation analysis, and the local or internal level such as department or function. The issues that we have apply to both approaches. The evolution of forward-looking analytic capabilities such as ensemble analytics, generative AI, machine learning, and hybrid analytics have energized the SWOT approach. Ensemble analytics involves using multiple analytical techniques and models to validate each other's findings. Applying these to the SWOT quadrants provides a more robust and rigorous assessment of the organization's internal capabilities. It helps neutralize the subjective biases often present in traditional SWOT analysis and offers a more data-driven perspective. Analytics such as correlation matrices find factors that move together. Path-to-point mapping identifies breakdowns in expected relationships. Multi-criteria ranking of elements in each quadrant identifies significant factors for management focus. Neural net analysis provides information on most influential criteria or elements in a category. The top-ranked elements from each SWOT quadrant are used to develop potential remedial scenarios. Part 4. Separating then integrating landscape and SWOT increases the options and focus of analysis. It provides for substitution of other evaluation methods than SWOT. Landscape is analyzed first with a few simple steps. Then landscape and SWOT views are meshed in a single situation analysis assessment. Whether internal or external perspectives, the method is the same. The scope varies. Forward-looking strategic fit is the driver of strategy formulation. In both parts, landscape and SWOT, steps are taken to isolate the factors of significance. The most significant result of both landscape and SWOT are combined in an integrated SWOT perspective. Forward-looking scenarios are developed from the integrated set. Human interpretation evaluates the result of the analytics. This provides a more rigorous result by linking the two perspectives together. That said, the human factor in linkage is still important for review. How do you do the integration? With the strategy team involved in integrating the landscape analysis with the internal SWOT analysis, insightful results are possible. The team is needed for mapping the landscape elements to one or more quadrants where they may have influence. Variations of the landscape elements may be in more than one quadrant. Once the elements are mapped with their criteria intact, ensemble analytic agents are applied for ranking, relationships, and impact analysis. What do you do with the quadrant rankings? You start to develop scenarios. Scenarios explore different possible futures the organization might face. Strategies are then generated to address the challenges and capitalize on the opportunities presented within these scenarios. Using the scenario development method you see, top-ranked elements from each SWOT quadrant are used to develop potential scenarios. Strategies are then generated to address the challenges and capitalize on the opportunities presented within these scenarios. From the scenarios, we get the input to the strategy formulation stage of strategic planning. While analytics play a crucial role in driving insights, human interpretation and judgment remain essential. A strategy team reviews the results of the analytical process and uses their expertise to refine the scenarios, select the most relevant strategies, and develop action plans. This collaborative approach combines data-driven insights with human experience and strategic thinking. Knowledge Consultants helps with easing the transition of change into newer and better situation analysis and strategic fit techniques. The first thing we do is we provide education through training and workshops for best knowledge transfer. The second thing is we provide expert assistance in the methods for renovating your situation analysis efforts and strategic fit.